All right, I wanted to actually do this in case anybody else is noticing. I'm just wondering if there is something going on with Trader Joe's avocados. Many months, for the last few months, I've been having, I guess, a lot of problems where every single avocado that I buy is no longer good. And so these are organic avocados. Now, the one thing that I've noticed over the last few months over the summer is it might be hard to see in the video, but I've noticed that here's the thing. I've been vegetarian vegan ever since, I was kind of born this way, but I've been eating avocados for a very long time. I haven't been eating meat ever since I've been predominantly out of the household, and since college. So we're talking like this, avocados are prime food for vegetarian and vegan people. But what I've been noticing over the summer is that every time I've picked up an organic avocado from Trader Joe's, there is this waxy coating that has been coming off. It looks like the avocados are a little bit more glistening. If you've ever looked at apples that have been glistened, non-organic apples that are a little bit more glossy as compared to the non-organic ones, you can tell like there's some wax on it and it's a little bit shiny. And so what I've been noticing is pretty much every single avocado that I've been buying for the last few months, I can no longer eat. Now I did buy these on Sunday. You can see there's a little bit of green left, but I bought these when they were half green, and today is Wednesday, so hoping that they would last. So in the store, I would pick this up and I would notice that there's a little bit of some like waxy coating on my hands. Now, some of that waxy coating looks like it does diminish a little bit once the avocado ripens. But what I'm noticing, this one I opened up and the nut just cracked in half. I opened it with this butter knife, which I thought that's how you're supposed to open avocados, but I've been noticing that there's like air pockets in, which usually indicates that the avocado is rotting. So this stinks, it smells. I will not be eating it, but it was half ripe on Sunday. And now it's Wednesday, so it's really not that much. You're talking like 72 hours later, and it's already rotting. My concern is that, you have these appeal labels that have come out. I have found appeal avocados at the general store at Safeway, but I'm very curious to figure out if Trader Joe's has changed distributors or getting avocados from a different place. So what I've been noticing the last few months is that around the outer edges, that there's these air pockets and it's kind of really mushy and stinky, like it's a rotting avocado around the edges, but oftentimes the middle part is pretty hard. So this one's not a great example, but usually this part has been like rock solid, and then the outer layer, the green part is, it's green, it's mushy, but it's rotted. It's really not edible at all because you have this contrast between being really ripe around the edge and then really unripe in the middle. This one's a little hard, but it's not too bad. I can at least get a knife in. There's been other times I cannot get the knife in. I have to use this later for dinner, so I'm gonna see how that one turns out. But why I bring this up is because I do follow the Center for Food Safety, which if you don't follow them, they're pretty worth following. And, back in September, so this is actually a year ago, in 2022, there was a big thing going on about the mislabeling of beef. So beef that has been coming from predominantly Brazil has been approved through the USDA and I believe through Congress, has allowed international beef to be labeled as American grown beef. This is a newsletter that I still have it, I keep it. So the Center for Food Safety is really great to follow because they are activist lawyers who are really trying to get away from all the GMO and the lab grown meats, or at least have things be appropriately labeled. so you can kind of read this while I'm doing this video. This is just going to be a super short one, but anyways, I'm just very curious, like, what is going on with these organic labeled avocados, because I've never really seen avocados this glossy before. I don't get this waxy coating right off my hands, and it's just becoming a waste of money. I mean, these in Seattle were during the peak of the inflation were $3 a piece, and now they're back down, I think, like $2.69. So it's starting, you know, when you're buying like 4 of these and then you can only eat 1 out of the 4, that's a lot of money that's starting to get wasted. And I just feel like it's no longer a good place to buy avocados, because if you're, you know, it's like you're opening it up and then it's either not ripe enough or it's just rotting immediately. So I'm kind of curious if anybody else is having any problems with that, if they've noticed anything different in Trader Joe's avocados over the last few months, or, you know, the conspiracy brain starts turning on, like, are they mislabeling this? Are these appeal avocados that are not getting labeled? Although I will say the appeal has been known to not decompose. So if you're having issues with avocados, I would love to find out. Bye-bye.